Welcome to
Hear
Hear
Me
Me
Out
Out
podcast.
Podcast. I'm Lachey,
I'm Professor. Call me Professor.
and this is our podcast where we talk about everything real, marriage, parenting, and everything in between. So today we're going to be talking about finances and the fact that I like to spend and he likes to save, right?
Correct. Correct.
So I want to start it off by asking you some questions, y'all. I put it in my phone, so if y'all see me looking down, that's why. Because I want to make sure I touch every detail so that way we can fix this. Because
I'm wondering the type of questions you're gonna ask. The
I
type
just
of
want to get
questions
in
you're gonna
depth
ask.
I just want to get an in-depth understanding of how
Okay.
he feels about money. Because I don't necessarily feel like we are different when it comes to money because our goals are aligned, but we do different things to get there, I would say.
Okay, but I see huge difference when it comes to
You said
money.
he was
Yeah,
different?
you know, it's when
You
it
don't
comes
think
to
we
money.
financially compatible?
Not 100%, but it's like taking different vehicles, but still getting to the same destination sometimes.
Mm-mm. That's how I feel. That's what made me be
Yeah, yeah.
okay. But then I feel like maybe my husband being the leader, let's be real, our husbands are the leader. So I would rather kind of be more on his better side when it comes to the
Mm.
finances, too, because I know the destination he's trying to get me, our family, him is more than I can imagine, more than I can see right now. And sometimes it's not that I spend too much. I just spend
Too
with
much.
I. I don't spend too much because if I spent too much, we wouldn't have what we have. We'd be in debt.
That's a
We
good
would have credit
argument.
card
Yeah, that's
bills.
good.
All that. I feel
Everything
like I
paid.
just spend more than what you would like me to spend. That
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
So, okay, what I want to get an understanding is
Mm.
why, first of all, we have a savings account. We
Yes,
have investments accounts. Shout
yes.
out to hubby for making that a priority. Why do you feel like it's important for us to save such a large amount every month? Because
Mm,
I
mm.
mean, we can save, but he wants to save as much as possible. If he could save his whole check, he would save his whole check. I'm
That's
not
true. That's true.
lying. So that's
Well, that's a good question. So for me, I wasn't always like this when it comes to savings. In fact, I used to spend a lot of money,
mm,
especially when I was young. And
mm,
the best childhood memory I had at that time was paying no bills. Paying no
mm.
bills was
You
a
lived the
good,
life. You lived the freaking
a
life
good,
from your
a
college
good.
years, everything.
That's college years, right?
Yeah, he was
At the
spoiled in
beginning,
college.
but at the beginning it wasn't so.
In Europe,
College years, yeah, in Europe, I lived that
definitely.
that flamboyant lifestyle, and along the line, I discovered that even though I was acting as though I was rich, but I was still broke. The
Mm,
money kept reducing
mm,
every month. So, and there was a time I went and bought expensive clothes and all that.
mm.
And one day I looked at myself in the mirror. I discovered that I was still the same person, even when I wore, broke cheap clothes. I was still the same person. That's when it dawned on me that look, if I really want to be rich, then I need to change my lifestyle. If I want to be rich, I needed to change my lifestyle. That's when I started making more research on how money works. And I discovered that, I needed to at least have different types of funds, like emergency fund. That should be for emergency. For example, if let's assume I urgently, need $1,000 for something urgent. If I don't have emergency savings, then I'm gonna be in trouble. That's good. What about investment? Stuff like that. So that was how I started, and it took time. Also, it took discipline because believe me, I saw many things I wanted to buy, but I learned the difference between want and need. Just because I want something doesn't mean I need it.
Mm, that's right. Mm,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
yeah. That's when I started really paying attention to the things I need, and I started saving money. And the more I save money, the more I realized, I was getting more and more richer during that time.
Mm-hmm.
Then when we met, it was like a shock, when we met, and the dating stage, the relationship,
But I
then the
handle
early
business
stage
though.
of
Make sure you know that.
you did
I
too, right?
handle
Yeah,
business.
you did, but also you spent a lot of money too. Along the line, you spent a lot of money too. But most of them, they are understandable. The money you spent in certain areas, they're understandable. But some of them, you know, they are. Let's assume if we didn't have money, some of the things you have today, you wouldn't have bought them. You'd have been like, maybe
Yeah.
we have no
I
money.
would have put it last. I
Okay,
would have been
good.
like, we don't. But
Now that is a trick. So if really, if you always consider something like that, if I don't have money, would I buy this stuff?
what stuff
If
do I buy that I need to consider that? Because I don't even feel like what type of things do I buy
anything,
that you feel like I need to be like question it and be like what type of stuff?
it really depends. It really depends. It
I
could
think
be
you probably speaking of my random shopping, like me telling you I'm going to get one thing and then I come back with like 5 bags.
5 even for example, things on Amazon and all that, right? For
Mhm.
example, even today when I went to get the packages, right? Again, the guy was like, "Oh, you still have more stuff, It was fun. I'm like, oh my, it's because of my wife, right? Back and forth, we buy a lot of stuff. So for me, I believe some of the things we're buying.
Mm.
If we were broke, we wouldn't have bought this stuff. We would have
We
been
wouldn't,
psychologically.
but that's the point.
Yeah.
We not broke no more, and that's a blessing. Well, not necessarily no more, because I feel like we've never just been broke, but we've been at a point in our lives in the past, in our growing stages, that we had to really penny pinch and prioritize put a lot of things we wanted last.
Oh yeah.
And now we're at a place financially where we can splurge a little bit, and I feel like we sacrificed enough. Like we put a
we did. We did sacrifice for years.
Yes, we went without. Was wearing our old clothes for the longest. Was like not able to really do as much as we wanted. Wasn't able to take trips. Wasn't able
apartments, all those.
Our first apartment was, listen, we got half off the rent the first 4 months. Amen.
Yeah.
So it's just like I feel like our growth is just what the equivalent of my expenses.
Well, that's a good argument. That's a good argument. So, but for me, that was how I started really, paying attention to my need and my wants.
Mm-hmm.
And apart from that, another reason why I try to save a lot of money is because I really don't have a plan B. I don't have someone I can run to and say, "Oh, give me money. This is emergency. Give me money. Let me use this money to do something." I don't have someone like that. Often, it's just us. This is a family, and I'm, the head of the family. So if I don't find a way to at least have money saved and there is emergency, you're gonna feel as though I've disappointed the family. I think a lot about the future as well. Another thing is children, right? We have children. So taking care of children.
Now I believe in that. I'm really big on that. Like the investing part, I be let's put this, let's put that. I really like this was my problem with saving in the beginning, because I really just now started to get on this saving train with him, like happily, like, yeah, let's put it there. Because at first when he wanted to save, it would just be to put it in an account. But then he started learning about money and finances. What type of account is that? What type of savings account do we have?
You mean for the kids or
in that Wealthfront? What's the name of that savings account on Wealthfront?
Oh, that's high yield savings account.
Exactly. High yield savings account. We get a percentage back every year. Then he said, okay, let's start putting thousands of dollars in the investments accounts.
Yeah.
What's been going on with the investments accounts?
And the
They've
money's
been growing. So
going crazy.
that's the type of saving I'm into. Not just putting money up to the side and not doing nothing with it, just letting it sit there. Let's multiply it or let's invest in
Let
the
the money
future.
work for you.
Yeah, so that's what clicked. That if you notice when you started teaching me about that, that's when I started getting excited about that.
Yeah, it was even encouraging when you brought some money sometimes, right? So, you know, to put for the investment account.
But you, thank God, you know, you started learning and teaching yourself, and you learned all the things you learned because we wasn't brought up with that type of information. We wasn't brought up with IRAs and our mama saying or our parents being able to pass certain things down to us. Our children having custodial account, all those things. It's amazing, y'all. It's so freaking cool. Like he is the reason why I decided to major in finance. That really opened my eyes because I always thought, you know, building a legacy and building generational wealth was just working on your life, retiring, and living off your 401k or your retirement plan or whatever. All that stuff that my husband found out about and taught me about is what it really takes to set your kids up for success.
Generational wealth.
So when they turn 16, you done set up that custodial accounts to put money in it every month since they was a child, and like they started as a baby.
Yeah.
So we gonna have all the money to buy their first cars, to pay for their college. That's how you pay for college. That's how you save for your family.
They even have student accounts, right?
It's amazing. It's freaking cool. So that's why I wanted to make. That's like the biggest reason that pivoted my change in my major.
Yeah, that's good. So for you, right? Let me ask you this question. You know, looking at your childhood, you know. Was there any moment, you know, your parents or your teachers or anyone really taught you anything about money?
No, I cannot think of a financial conversation or deep conversation I had with my mom about it, because once she was a single mom and I felt like she was in survival mode, and the last thing on her mind was saving money. It was like I need to take care of my kids. But she also wasn't taught about it. But, you know, I don't blame her. But I'm just, like, I wish I would have started off with those type of things and knowing about those type of things. Because if I did, I would have made a whole lot of better decisions when I was younger. When it came to my credit, when it came to credit cards, when it came to all those things. So I'm just grateful now. But no, I didn't. Like, everything is new to me at this big age of 28 years old, almost 29.
Yeah, I think that also contributed to your spending seasons, I believe. So.
But when it comes to spending, y'all, I promise y'all, like, I would never spend knowing we gotta, like, spend to where we can't pay bills, or spend to where, because he wouldn't even be with me if I was doing stupid stuff like that.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't like using it wasn't like you were using the money for rent.
But if it's there and it's able to be spent,
if the money is in the account, you know, if the money is in the spending account and it's not for bill, it's gonna be gone. That's for sure. It's gonna be gone. I don't know.
But it's not all the time, because sometimes I have my moments where I don't.
But the crazy part, you know, is how you always think of what to buy. You know. It never ends. The cycle never ends, you know. Sometimes I'm like, wow.
Listen, I got stuff sitting in my car right now.
Really, it never ends. Every day.
Oh my God.
To me, sometimes I wonder, how do you know,
my brain, it's just
I'm always what to buy every time. It's like you have a list of things to buy and you just know.
It's never ending.
Yeah,
it's never ending. But I'm working on it.
You're good now. You are better now. Oh, you're way better compared to the first time I met you.
This is tickling me, y'all, because we really had these conversations off camera, and he's been saying this for years. But the thing about it, he gonna always make sure if I ask him for something, I'm gonna get it. You've
learned a lot too.
I have experienced a lot of growth, and I still have more growth to do because I do still see well, where I need to improve more. So I would say when it comes to me spending, I just want to spend more with a plan. If I say I'm going to the
That's
store
good.
for one thing, I
That's
need to
good.
get there. I don't need to go to the store next door. I don't need to go to Ross.
That's what
I
I
don't
was
need
even
to go to
telling you.
TJ Maxx.
Exactly.
But sometimes it's like y'all. This is how it happens. I'm about to go. I
All,
say,
all,
husband, I'm about to go get something. I get there, I get it, then I think, oh, I'm right here. I may as well go in there and get this because I need this too. And then but if it makes sense, it makes sense. But I spend thinking about the present more than I think about the future, and that's what I'm trying to work on because I'm like, what about tomorrow? So
yeah.
what about the next day? Like, because of course we eventually have a stop, like a budget. It's somewhat of a budget in place. We do have somewhat of a budget that, and there's many times that I come to him and I say, hey, honey, what's the budget? What's the budget? What's the budget? But I do feel like we should have a set budget for real, and not just me always coming to you and asking you how much should I spend, how much can I spend, how much are you spending, other than investing and saving, because once again he puts a lot of money in the savings and investors. So it's like I need to know what I got to play with, what I put towards the kids, but a lot of the money I spend be towards our children.
You have the kids, you've spent a lot of money on them.
We just put them in gymnastics.
Yeah, school stuff, everything costs money.
The homeschool stuff was like it wasn't almost, it was over $2,000. Then we put them in gymnastics. That's $2,000 some dollars.
Before you even have kids, at least be financially stable. Really, be financially stable because it's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, if that's how we're gonna teach our children. Like we had our first child on our come up, but even with the minimum of money, we were always doing what we needed to do before anything. So if we do what we need to do, we have nothing left, we have nothing left. Or if we had the minimum left, we had the minimum left. But now we doing what we need to do. We have all this extra money, what I call it extra. He call it, this could be in the investing and fun, and I love that. Like
it's extra money for spending.
But I just feel like if we come up with a plan,
the budget is good. The budget idea is great. But one thing is to think of a budget idea. Another thing is to follow through. Because, for example, we might say, oh, the budget is let's as we just say, $2,000, right? For example, just put it in.
Because we need to find
all of a sudden, you might not have idea the things that are going to be coming. But there, I know it's going to require discipline to try to work with the budget and say, okay, look, I've eaten the budget for this month, so I don't need to spend more.
And I feel like you could do that. I mean, you the finance guru. You know about everything.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And he brings in the bulk of the finances. If I stop being a company credit today, the little extra I bring will be 100% on him. But even my money not consistent. Some months I may make nothing if I don't post. Some months I may. So we both have a source of income, but for a long time he was the only source of income. And now that we both are bringing in money, our income has increased even more. So there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to save more and work towards our goals of entrepreneurship or buying our first home or buying another vehicle. Whatever we want to do, we should be able to do. Moving out of the U.S., we have many goals.
Yeah, even those stuff, right? There are things we can do. Sometimes we just wait for our own season, our own time to fly. Not that we can fly now.
Yeah,
we really can fly.
We have things that we feel like is more
because,
important to do right now.
That's why we waste some time to move accordingly.
Exactly.
Instead of trying to maybe copy other people and jump when you're supposed not to be jumping, and find yourself in a dangerous position. Alright, so
no living like the Joneses.
It's been like that.
Do the best you can do.
And even this money issue.
It's an issue?
Yeah. In many marriages, it's a big issue.
Is it an issue with us? Or is it
Now
like
it's
a
okay.
challenge?
Now it's okay. But at the beginning, there was a time I was like, man, why this lady spending money like that? Because to me, really, I wasn't, you know, exposed to that behavior. But
Mm.
along the line, it
And I
started
think it
changing
comes from
gradually.
how we grew up.
Oh yeah,
We
yeah.
both grew up with his dad passed away when he was 9, so his mom was put in the position to care for him. Majority, right?
Yeah, most of
Am I
it.
telling the story right?
Yeah, most of the time, right? She was the breadwinner since I was 9 years old. 9 years old, right? So she was
Mm-hmm.
the breadwinner. She had to take care of us and do all that. But for me, when I came to America, imagine this: you are alone in the country. Whatever money you have, you're gonna be careful how you spend that money
Mm.
because you have no support system. You have no plan B. Even $1, it means a lot. That's why often many foreigners who are in America or in other places
Mm.
are very careful. Because someone like you, right, you can maybe spend a lot of money and eventually, if things are really that crazy, you might run to maybe family or friends and say,
Mm.
oh no, borrow me some money. They might.
Mm.
They might, lend you. So that is my story. But I've seen many couples who argue about financial issues in them. It's a big issue.
Or they prioritize, like one spouse prioritizing the materialistic things, one spouse is
Exactly.
prioritizing the impressing other people, one spouse is
Exactly.
not, the family is not saving, the children don't have any accounts,
They
all
don't even
those
care about the
things.
children.
And then
Yeah.
every time they struggling, they got their hand out or they missing bill payments. And
Exactly.
it's okay to struggle, but you got to struggle with intention of not struggling no more. Some people
That's
struggle.
good. Yeah, that's good.
Some people, when we were in the struggle, baby, we tried. Our focus was getting out of there. So that means the bills stay paid because any income my husband had, he paid them bills. We ain't did nothing else. We kept food in the refrigerator, but we may not have been able to buy nice clothes at the time. We may not have been able to take our children a lot of places. We may not have been able to just splurge like we do now. A lot of this economy is struggling because they not being financially wise and not
It's true.
making good financial decisions with what they have. That's the main reason. We can get through the inflation. As long as it's people working in your household, you can get through it. My husband working at Walmart, taking care of me, Kamari, Effie, and I was pregnant with Tori at the time. And even before I got pregnant with our second child, he paid the bills and took care of us, paid everything with a Walmart
Discipline. Yeah,
check.
Walmart check, and then it was how much? $11 per hour.
Working every day, all day. But because he made smart decisions.
Especially if you have nobody to impress, you and your spouse gonna be fine. If you aren't trying to, go and put yourself in dangerous position or borrow money or put yourself in debt trying to impress people who don't even care about you, then you're gonna be fine. If you try to live below your income, below your salary, you're gonna be fine. And like what you said, it's okay to struggle, but don't let the struggle, become your identity. Have it at the back of your mind that okay, we are struggling right now, but the goal is to escape this struggle. Now, what is the strategy or the antidote we are trying to use to escape this struggle? It's normal. Many couples they have financial issues. They fight back and forth. But
And we
if it,
don't fight.
yeah,
So that's a
exactly.
good thing. Yeah.
But many couples they fight back and forth trying to resolve their financial issues. Sometimes they don't even know that it's a big issue. The man, right, might be wondering, right, like why his wife is spending a lot of money, and on the other side, she might be wondering, saying, "No, man, my husband is just a stingy man. He doesn't want to spend money."
Frugal.
Exactly right. He doesn't want to spend money. But here's the thing: I don't think there are men who have money but don't want to spend it at all.
Mm.
Often they are protecting the money or they are saving the money for a reason. Maybe same as mine, right? Maybe they don't have any backup plan. If you don't have money, then it's $0, right? No money gonna be there, or zero naira, nobody gonna give you money. So if you have any money, then you have to be careful of how you spend the money and so on. All right, I think I've answered the first question anyway.
And then I just feel like I'm growing into that person that's valuing experiences over expenses. Like, I like to shop. I like to buy new things for my child, for my children. What mom don't? I like to buy stuff for my husband. I like to buy stuff for the house. It's just it's a dopamine rush. Let's be real. It's exciting, and then after you buy all the stuff, you be like, I could have did this or I could have did that, but it's like, yeah, I'm just getting to that point where I just would rather say, hey, let's budget and save to take a big trip at the end of the year with the family. Let's budget and save to be able to buy this and this and this in the future. Like, just thinking of the future and also thinking of experiences. That's what's been making saving exciting for me.
Yeah, that's really good and deep. Valuing experiences over expenses. That's good because many people they would rather wear expensive stuffs and have $0 in their accounts than to wear cheap
And we
stuff
never
and
been
have
like that.
and have thousands or millions of dollars in their account. So at the end of the day, use the strategy she gave you. If you have nobody to impress, then value experience over expenses. Nobody really cares if you wear the most expensive clothes in this world or you drive the best car in this world. Nobody really give a damn about you. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, make sure that you are living your life according to the way you want, according to your desire, and make sure that you are not living above your income.
Means.
Exactly. Live below your
Exactly.
salary. Live below your salary. Live below your salary. If you have nobody to impress, you're gonna be fine.
And that's what I feel like. I feel like even God, like, He wants us to live a luxury life. He wants our cup to overflow. How you type?
Yeah, it's true. It's overflow. Overflow means overflow.
Exactly. But he doesn't want you to put yourself in a bind or struggle or go without in order to have things that are not necessary for you to survive. Like, you should not be wearing a nice outfit in your lifestyle.
Mm.
And I feel like a lot of this generation haven't messed up like that. Like, it's just a generation full of, like you say, living above your means, trying to impress people. And especially when you have children, you can't be like that.
Oh yeah.
You cannot have that mindset, or you want to continue to pass down poverty. And that's something we do not want to do. We are breaking that chain. I am breaking that chain. He is breaking that chain of cutting the generation of struggle, of cutting the generation of financial illiterate, not knowing what to do with money, how to manage money, how to spend it correctly. We want our children to know the importance of money, and it's not, putting materialistic things over what is needed for you to live, survive, and be comfortable. And I value comfort over anything. To keep my feet up, feel the air blow on us, to turn on and off the lights, to turn on the water, to turn on the car and its gas, to open my fridge and its food. That's luxury to me.
And that's all that matters. The simplicity. That's all that matters. Eventually, if you become a millionaire or you become a billionaire, right? If you have a lot of money, then you can try to upgrade your lifestyle. But for now, if you can't afford it, then live below your income. Because at the end of the day, the goal is to be rich, not just to look like you are rich. The goal is to be rich, not to act rich. So if you know you don't have the money in your account, don't put yourself in debt trying to look that bad. Don't do that.
So, like, what do you feel, if you can dissect it, describe it? What is the challenge that we have with me being a spender, you being a saver, in our marriage that you feel like we need to work on from this point on in order to get to where you are trying to get us? Like,
Initially, at the beginning, the major issue was misunderstanding of our goals and where we are heading to. That was a big issue. Like you said, right, there wasn't any investment account. There wasn't any clear picture of why we needed to save money. Even though on my side that I might have the picture on my mind and trying to work on it, but on your side maybe you didn't see that picture with clarity to know why it is so important. And that's why many couples they have issues, because maybe one person understands the vision, the other person doesn't. And the reason the other person doesn't understand the vision isn't because maybe they are dumb, stuff like that. Maybe it's because they haven't really taken their time to have a conversation
to hear each other out.
hear each other out and try to look at the vision together so that both of them can understand the vision itself. So that was the major issue we had. And along the line, gradually, that was taken care of, and I saw the gradual changes in you when you understand the vision, especially during those moments. You also brought some money to that I should put them in the investment account for the kids and all that. I'm like, yeah, now she understand the mission, because if your spouse also understand the mission, it's gonna be easy. It's easy for couples to save. It's easy. Even the time we were in all those one bedroom and all that, right? We were working towards a goal.
Yeah.
So there wasn't any cry of, oh, why are we in this one bedroom? Why is life so hard? Why rats are running around in this house? No, we didn't. But life was also uncomfortable at that time. But because we had bigger goals, we know where we were going. We just disciplined ourselves, live below our income for the time being. We had nobody to impress, and people were talking, right? People were saying all sorts of stuff, family, friends. Oh, come on, man, this is where you guys supposed to be.
Comment about that Honda. Oh, I never forget.
Oh my God, the Honda car.
We had a cash car. My husband, when I met him, he had a cash car, and that was like one of the best things ever. It was like
the car's right though.
Our car. He paid off our new car that we have now, but when we had that car, driving off that car with no tint, hood all paint messed up. People
always, on the road
who car is that?
Yeah,
I went to a family event. Somebody said, who car is that? Like as if, like they wanted to say something mean about it. I never forget, and I ain't never let it get to me though. But it's a comment that I never forget to this day.
That's the funny car,
that was a good car.
Yeah, there was even instances sometimes the car normally stops on what's it called? On our way out, you have to call people to come and jumpstart the car. Poverty is bad. Poverty is bad.
It's true.
But the most important thing is that if you believe in where you are going and you and your spouse are working together and you have nobody to impress, that's all that matters. You're gonna get to your destination. Because even then, despite the fact that our situation was uncomfortable, that car situation too was messed up. We didn't just jump and get another car and put old. We didn't care, man. we didn't. We didn't. We were just living life with what we have. Maybe that's a good strategy someone can use.
Live like. Do you feel like you need any improvements, or you feel like you perfect with finances?
Not that I'm perfect with finances. For me, I'm gonna say, right now, my goal is to save more and enjoy more.
Amen.
I'm also big on the enjoy more part, because life is not all about just
saving your life away.
Of course, right? You also need to enjoy your life as you are working hard. You also need to enjoy it, but make sure you don't enjoy your future. Oh yeah, don't go and destroy your future all in the names of enjoyment. Don't do that. But make sure at least you work hard, you enjoy. So that's what I'm gonna do. Save more enjoy more. To
Amen.
make sure there is a
And
balance.
enjoyment to him is travel.
Yeah.
He's traveled a lot, but he took me out the US for the first time.
To Canada.
To Canada, Toronto. It was really fun. And we plan on doing it anymore. Oh, here I am, y'all. We gonna have to end the video, but I want to say for the solution, because we parents in real life, the goal is for us to sit down, talk more about our finances, get a deeper understanding, get on one accord, so I can stop asking what's the budget. All right, y'all, we gotta go.
All right, we're going.
Baby's calling. Talk to y'all later. Subscribe.
Bye.
And see y'all next week.